Hello world, today is June 3rd, 2020, and I'm going to record a dream, the dream I had last night. It was the weirdest dream, probably one of my weirdest dream I ever had. In my dream, I seen the Kardashian. Do you know? Probably everybody know who Kardashian is, and the weird thing about it, I would never thought that I would had a dream like that, because I'm not interested in them, and actually I even hate that kind of stuff. I'm not into that. I'm not. My sister following them somehow. I don't know. She liked the candle. I think that, but I'm not into that kind of thing. I'm a guy. Well, as a guy, I can appreciate their beauty as a woman, but no more than that. And I consider myself an intellectual. At least I would like to think so. And the things what they do, it's totally not in any way interest of mine. So that's why the dream was weird. So let's get back to the dream itself. In my dream, I'm in some kind of hole, not a hole, in a shopping mall, some giant shopping mall, and I'm in a hallway and I'm just walking. And after I walk a while, I realize I don't have any clothes. I realize I'm almost naked, only in my underpants. I have my underwear on me, and I realized it was stolen. And because it's a dream, it was stolen while I was walking. It's difficult to imagine, but it has happened because it's a dream. In dream, anything can happen. And I get back I walked back to place I came from, and I saw a homeless guy. And I noticed my clothes. He's got my clothes, and I started to taking it back, and the homeless guy got really angry, and the guy looked really, how homeless usually look like. They're disgusting, and that dude in a dream, he was particularly overly scary, or how to say, I don't know, just disgusting looking, scary looking dude, elderly dude, around like 50 years old. And I took all my clothes from him. He wasn't wearing it, he was just keep it next to him. So I took my clothes from him, and I put it on me, and I realized I didn't have shoes, and the homeless guy didn't have it. So I start walking to a different place, like looking for it, and after a while I realized that my shoes in some magic way appears on my feet. And I was like, wow, this is cool. They disappear suddenly and they appear again suddenly, in a really weird way. But it's a dream, anything could happen in a dream. And in that shopping mall, I walked in some kind of gathering, some kind of show is going on, or I don't know. There are a lot of people, journalists, and in the center there is a Kim, and I realized I was standing just next to her, Kim Kardashian, and I was like, I'm standing very close to her, and I couldn't believe my eyes, like, oh wow. She's here, what's going on? And she asked me something insignificant, and after she asked me something insignificant, I answered her, and then I realized, like, if she talked to me, I To me, it's a once in a lifetime chance, and I should talk to her maybe about because she's a celebrity. She knows some people, so maybe she will help me get a job. Because my financial situation right now is no good. It's awful. And and I start talking to her, and I said like the most genuine thing came to my mind. Like I told her like I was really impressed by her sister, the Kylie. She actually her half sister, as I know. I don't know for sure. Half sister, the Kylie Jenner, the youngest billionaire lady. She became a billionaire 20 years old. And I was like, because that thing was interesting to me, because I want to become rich and financially independent. So I watched some things about her, and because it was interesting how come the girl that young becomes billionaire. And of course I understand that most likely it's because of her family, because her entire family is really fame driven, like a glamorous driven family. Her mother, her entire the whole set of sisters Kardashian, and the Kendall is a supermodel, and also their father, who's now is a lady. Also they're like very, let's say, well, they're famous for what they do, and maybe it's a scandalous. Of course it's a scandalous. You never can get famous for doing something good. So you get famous only for screwed up things. So I get distracted. In my dream, I start talking about I was impressed by your sister, the Kylie, and everyone around me kind of laugh, and kind of some guy even said like, oh, he knows what talk about. Like it wasn't flirtatious. Is that correct to say? Flirtation, but everyone laugh, and they see my point. Like I was trying to find out about her sister. Like I got some, how to say it? Well, like I'm trying to make some moves, but I wasn't. I just genuinely interested in making money recently, not well, of course as a lady she's beautiful too. She's very young. Every 20 years old is beautiful. And everybody laughs, and we kind of exchange some jokingly some words, some everyone is being nice also, like in my dream. And she also told me like she's like Kylie herself is somewhere around there, and you can meet her. And I turned around and I saw her in a bikini from far away. She was smiling very nicely. And when Kim, I start to show Kim my work. Like I was trying to get a job, and I was like, hey, if she's famous, to me it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I better use it. And I started showing my work, my drawings. I like to draw. I really like to draw cars, and I'm trying to show her. But in my notebook, I don't have any cards. I have different drawings, like buildings, planes, all sorts of things. But for some reason, no cars. And inside my mind I was like, why there is no cars, why I really wanted to show her something what I can do really well. And then she told me like, okay, you can contact my assistant or something like that, and we can talk about it. And she gave me an envelope, and in the envelope there was a big sum of money, a lot of money, not too much, but it was a thick was papers, stock of papers, and it was Russian money. And to me, in my dream, I was really glad and happy because, like, finally I pay off the loan. I'll be able to help my parents, my people so close to me. Finally, I have some money. Yeah, I was really glad in my dream, in my head, in my mind. And the after she gave me money, she also showed me the way to a car, and she told me like it's my car, and it's like a mid-size SUV, and it's not new, but it's not old either, and it's a solid, like it's I'd say you can feel it's reliable. And in my dream I was like, oh, finally I don't have to pay money to fix it all the time, because all my cars are constantly breaking down and I have to fix them a lot, and it's eating up all the time, all the money, and it's difficult. And also in that dream I had I saw my parents, both of them standing next to me, kind of after I talked to Kim, and they were looking at me with so much love in their eyes, and I don't know, so I don't know how to explain it, but their look were nice. Like you can feel like they were proud of me and they're really glad what happened. Both of them, my father and my mother, they were looking at me. And later, after I talked to Kim, I went towards them and they hugged me, both of them. It was the first part of the dream. It was a nice one, even though it was really weird one, because I really don't I'm not interested in them. And yeah, I heard a lot about them because they're everywhere, they being promoted very well. I don't really know what they do. The Kylie, I know she became billionaire for being for doing cosmetics, for producing cosmetics and using her brand name or something. That's how she actually became a billionaire. All other family members, I don't really know what they do. And that was the dream. It was first part of the dream. Then I woke up. Then I went to sleep again in the middle of the night. The second part of the dream, it was my parents' place at the village. So I don't have a place of my own. I have, but it's not livable. And because it's a village, we have a yard, and in the backyard we have some kind of dried out little, not I wouldn't say river, the little water thing, the pond. Is that correct to say pond? Dried out pond. And somehow there was a fire. There was a fire start by itself in the backyard, in that place. And my mother and father, they trying to put it out, that fire, and it's kind of growing really fast and kind of getting scary, but it's not too big yet. And I run towards that fire, and after I did some stuff, I put some dirt on the fire, like I throw dirt and some water, a little water, and it's we were able to put it out the fire, both my parents and I. And that was the second part of the dream. Well, first dream was kind of good. It showed all the good signs. Second wasn't that good, but it's still a good sign to put out the fire in your dream. Means I think, if I'm not mistaken, it means you will avoid some scandal, some growing scandal, if you are able to put out the fire, and avoid quarreling, avoid scandal, avoid what's it called, just a fight, like within the family, hopefully. So those were dreams from June 2nd to June 3rd, 2020. That dream I had, it was a weird one, extremely weird one. Even though not really, I cannot say that it was a bad dream. I found my clothes, I got money, I got drivable decent car in my dream, and it's supposed to be good, I hope. Well, okay, bye bye, see ya.